hoped would be my best year of high school yet, but I wasn't starting strong. Willing myself to sit up straight in my chair, I glanced at the clock over the doorway. Just 10 minutes more until early release, and then the weekend would be mine. Thinking about the lawns I was scheduled to mow after school, I dutifully scribbled some notes as my teacher droned on. Bring! When the bell rang, I grabbed my phone, swept the contents of my desktop into my black canvas backpack, avoided my teacher's glare, and dipped out of class into a hallway pulsing with other students as eager to be liberated as I was. Glancing down at my phone, I read the text. It was Matt, a friend from church who went to a different school, Carmel High, not too far from mine, outside of Indianapolis. We'd grown closer over the summer through a small group, but we hadn't seen each other since he had gotten back that week from visiting family and surfing in California. Peeking at my watch, I knew Matt had also just gotten out of class. I texted, "Can't wait to get out of here. I've got 3 lawns to mow. Help me knock 'em out and let's hang." Matt had helped me mow before, and we always split the pay. Crossing the parking lot, I reached my 15-year-old red Ford Ranger truck just as a girl named Clancy from my chemistry class was pulling out of the space beside mine in her gray Honda Civic. Slipping between the vehicles, I raised a hand to let her know I saw her car moving. The August heat was turning everything into a steam bath, and I felt sweat begin to bead down the side of my face as I slid behind the wheel of my truck, rolled down the windows, and read Matt's reply. "Yeah, sounds good. Where?" The first job was my next-door neighbor, so I told Matt to meet at my house and dropped my phone into the open center console. Michael W. Smith's song Breathe came blasting from my CD player when I turned the key. I started backing slowly out of the parking spot to avoid hitting other teens checking their phones for messages, then stopped to let a group of kids pass behind my truck. One of them spotted the equipment I kept in the flatbed for my lawn mowing business, a lawnmower, a hedge trimmer, some clippers, as well as a few cans of gas and oil, and called out, "Nice gear, Kinney." Josh McLean was the kind of bully other kids thought was cool. He got a few laughs from his friends for the remark, which is exactly what he was after. Unlike my ragtag mowing gigs, Josh actually ran a legit lawn care business. I pressed my lips together rather than barking back what I would have liked to say. I knew that other kids, even the ones who got bullied more than me, would have snapped back at him, or at least muttered angry words to themselves. But I believed I shouldn't resist, so I let the remark go, ignored Josh and his posse, and kept moving. I'd pulled into the concrete driveway alongside our 1970s tri-level home and was unloading my mower when Matt pulled up in his snazzy red Toyota Supra. With his windows down, the sounds of Dave Matthews Band blaring from the custom speakers he had installed filled my neighborhood. I'd seen Matt take his car up to 120 miles per hour before and was grateful that he hadn't roared down my street like the speed demon he could be. Matt parked along the curb in front of our home, hopped out and yelled, "Hey, bro!" He was wearing shorts and an aqua t-shirt from some West Coast surf shop. I noticed he was tanner than he'd been 2 weeks earlier, and his hair was lighter. "So you catch some good waves?" I asked. "You know I did," he answered with a big goofy grin on his face. When Matt got to my truck, I handed him the hedge trimmer. "Okay, you start on those bushes," I instructed, pointing to the hedges lining my neighbor's brick ranch home. "And I'll start on the front lawn. Let's knock out these 3 jobs so we can grab some food." The lawns took longer than I'd planned, but the money made it worthwhile. All 3 clients gave me checks I shoved into the glove box of my truck to deposit at the bank on Monday. Matt knew I was scheduled to lead worship for our church's middle school youth group at 6, so when we finished at 5:15,